Hi everyone, it's Jeff here from Avada. In this video, I will show you how to use the Avada audio element. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to be notified of all new content. Okay, let's begin. The audio element allows for self-hosted audio files to be presented in an audio player on the front end. To demonstrate, I'm going to add the audio element to the albums page of the music prebuilt here, and when I'm done, it's going to look like this. So let's go back to the start and go through how you can add and style this very useful element. I've tweaked my columns here to be 2 half columns and I'm ready to add the audio element. I'll just choose the element from the list and it loads on the page. There are 3 tabs with this element: the General tab, the Design tab and an Extras tab. The first option on the General tab is called Audio, and this is where you add your audio file. The element uses a HTML5 audio tag and so supports major audio formats like MP3, WAV and OGG, but MP3 is the only format with full browser support. I'll just click the plus button here and select this MP3 audio file from my media library. The next option is called Playback Speed Controls, and if I turn this on, the player displays speed controls so the user can control the speed of the playback. This is great for spoken audio, but not so great for music, so I'll turn this back off. Loop is the next option, which if enabled plays the file in a loop, and autoplay, if enabled, will start playing the audio upon page load. I'll leave both of these set to off. Preload is next, and with this you can control if and how the browser should preload the audio. As the description explains, it defaults to none. Choose auto to preload the full audio on page load, or metadata if only the audio metadata should be preloaded on page load. I'll just leave this on none, which means the audio will only start loading when the file is played. There is a margin element under this which controls the margins around the element as a whole. Here I'm just going to add a 15 pixel bottom margin, and we'll see why later. Then comes the usual element visibility option for controlling the visibility of the element on various screen sizes, and the CSS class and CSS ID fields for further customization of the element with CSS. Okay, moving to the Design tab, we find a range of options to style the element. Background color is the first one, and with this option you can choose any color from the color picker with any level of transparency. For this option I will choose color 5 and add -60 into the alpha channel in the global color options. The next option is called Controls Color Scheme. This is a simple light-dark option and just affects the player controls. The default is light here and I'll leave it on that. Under this is Audio Progress Color, which will show as the file plays, and again can be any color you like. I think I will set this to color 4. Then there is a maximum width option if you want to control how wide the player is in any column, and under that there is an alignment option to then control its alignment within the column. For my example, I will set this to 95% and set the alignment to center. Under this is a border size option. If you do add a border size, a border color option appears underneath, but I think I'd prefer this without a border. Following this is border radius. This works whether you have a border or not and can be used to round the edges of the player using a pixel value. I think I will apply 10 pixels all around here. Finally, below this is the box shadow option. Here I will set this to yes, and now I get 4 new options underneath to style the box shadow with, including box shadow position, box shadow blur radius, box shadow spread radius, and box shadow color. For this example, I'm going to put the box shadow position at 0 and 0 to place it directly behind the player. As the description says, positive values put the shadow below and right of the box, negative values put it above and left of the box. I'm then going to set a box shadow blur radius of 20 and a box shadow spread radius of 10, and finally set the box shadow color to color 4. Okay, so we have a pretty cool audio player here, but I'm not quite finished yet. You can also style the presentation of the element further with the parent column and container. For this example, I'm going to go to the column options and add a background image. I'll just pick an image from the media library here and add this. Now because set columns to equal heights is enabled on the parent container, this column already has height to match the other column, and as the column itself has column alignment set to center, the audio element displays centered like this. For my example, I think I will change the content alignment to flex end, forcing the audio element to the bottom of the column, minus of course the 15 pixels margin I set earlier. Okay, so now our audio player sits within our column, and as you can see, it's partially transparent as well. Let's just save this and check it out on the front end. I'll just scroll down to my album and hit play. The audio starts immediately and we can see the audio progress color kick in. Okay, that's it for the audio element. It's a very useful element for anyone working with self-hosted audio files, like bands and podcast creators, and there are a multitude of ways it can be presented on your site. Let us know in the comments how you have used it. Okay, that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the latest videos. And if you have any questions or need assistance, please create a support ticket and our team will gladly assist you. As always, we want to thank you for choosing Avada.